Welcome back to Warrior Wrestling's Greatest Matches. The first match today comes to us from Warrior Wrestling 6, a technical masterpiece. With Frank Mir in his corner, Austin Aries took on the returning Alex Shelley, who had just come back to wrestling from retirement. The match is incredible, as is the moments afterwards. Aries versus Shelley. Check it out.
You know, again, it's been over a decade since these two shared single space and Ring of Honor. And Austin Aries, in the past many years, has become quite a controversial figure all over the place. No longer with Ring of Honor, now with WWE. He's now found a home with MLW, your home promotion there, Rich. And he's off the chain here. Looking for that code of honor here. I'm a bit surprised, honestly, to see that go down as honorably as it did.
Alex Shelley, known for his time in the Motor City Machine Guns, along with Chris Sabin. You know, he's actually in a band with Chris Sabin, right?
I did know that. I can't say that I've had the privilege of listening, but I'm sure they're great.
Austin Aries quickly on the attack.
Look at it, just demoralize his opponent here.
And Shelley quickly turns it around.
Alex Shelley here recently took a little time away from wrestling. Took a little time away from wrestling to get familiar with his outside occupation in the medical field, but now that he is back in action, high aspirations. Of course, he's a singles competitor now in Ring of Honor. Like I said, recently got a world title opportunity, and it looks like that's going to be where his head is at the moment. He looks to be trying to break out. Oh, we hear the fans here picking sides.
You said the medical field. What's he do in the medical field? Do you know?
He left. I think don't quote me for gospel here, because I don't really want to pretend I know outside.
All right, well, never mind then.
Yeah, I don't want to pretend.
I do know that the name of the band that he's in with Chris Sabin and P.D. Williams, the High Crusade.
Okay, good.
And he was the singer of the band.
Wonderful. One of us did some prep.
Irish whip. Aries up. Momentum off the ropes. Tucks the clothesline. Cartwheel. Arm drag takedown. Hand scissor.
Getting winded here just watching.
Yeah, I mean, how do you keep up? It's lightning quick, finally, slowing it down, but wait here. Aries, oh, Shelley knew exactly what was coming and turns it into a cover. Only two. Backslide. Shelley for the win, and Aries out. And now, over to the horns of Aries. But Shelley quickly, squirming to the bottom rope.
How amazing would it be for one of these men to pick up a victory so quickly here in this match, Rich? What a statement that would send. I mean, we've seen Aries in the world title picture here at Warrior Wrestling. He shared cage space with Wardlow and Brian Cage at Warrior Wrestling 5. Came up a little bit short here. I think he could get right back into that title contention if he were able to pick up a victory here over Alex Shelley. And Shelley here, why is he grabbing a chair? Oh, just to get back into the ring. Need a little step. No big deal. And what about the X Factor here, Rich? What is Frank Mir doing in Austin Aries' corner?
That's a good question. You wonder what kind of tips he gave Aries ahead of this matchup.
Best finish man in the game. Frank Mir put away more opponents than anyone else in UFC history. Former world champion, former UFC world champion, I should say.
Oh.
And Shelley with some mind games here. He's trying to butter up Austin Aries here, saying, look, I showed you all this respect. I kissed your feet. Let's have a handshake. I knew it was a trap.
Aries able to fight free.
And how about that? Austin Aries, he's usually the one to try to take a little advantage of the rules. Skirt the system a bit, if you were to, so to speak. But here was Alex Shelley turning the tables. He was the one doing a little bit of a shenanigans to try to get one over on Austin Aries.
Now extending the hand again, and it is Aries who answers in kind.
And Aries now, I don't think he's going to fall for that again. I think that the head games, the back and forth, I think that stuff is over here. I think Aries, he wants to get back to the physicality. And
oh! Back elbow by Shelley. Connected right on target.
Shelley playing to the crowd a whole lot here. We'll see if it pays off as he goes up to the top of the top rope.
Double axe handle on the way down.
He's doing the Macho Man. You know, and that's great. It's all for fun. Maybe that gives him a burst of energy to get the crowd behind him like that.
Well, if you can't have fun, why do it?
Well, you do it to win matches. You do it to take home the purse. You do it to put food on your family's table.
To put food on your family? We're not going there, are we?
On your family's table, Rich.
Okay, fair enough.
Put food on your family. What is this?
Look at this. Shelley digging the fingernails.
And again, Aries here been playing by the rules, by the book. Alex Shelley, the one who's been skirting this match. And like a piñata, he's got clubbed there. Once again, maybe there's candy inside Austin Aries. Kick him in the face enough. Maybe he's got to spit out some jawbreakers.
Well, you saw earlier in the matchup, Alex Shelley had his patented Border City stretch submission.
Oh, he's reeling him in.
He had it locked in. You get a sense that he's going to try and go for that at least one more time and put Aries away. But Aries, that's a staple of his. The ear clap.
Yeah, right now, as quick as Alex Shelley's moving, he probably can't hear too well at the moment.
Ooh! Shelley, slingshot from the outside in. Cover, leg hooked. Kick out at 2.
And Aries is dazed. How incredible is it to see an ROH world title quality match right here in Warrior Wrestling?
Shelley winded up. Kick to the gut. Headed for the turnbuckles. Oh, he's looking for sliced bread number 2. And Aries, you said it at the start. 10 years ago, these guys were battling for the Ring of Honor world title. They know everything that the other's going to do.
Absolutely. You know, you see Aries, he knows he's going into the turnbuckle there. A little shimmy of the shimmy shake of the waist. Gets Shelley there to separate his legs just a little bit. Boom. There you go. Now Aries is in control.
Snapmare. Ooh. Toes right in the eyes.
That'll split your eyebrow in half.
Aries with the elbow off the ropes. Leg hook, cover, 2, and a kick out.
And Aries now, he smells blood. What's he going to do with that? And again, I keep wondering about that X factor in the corner, Frank Mir.
Holds the record for most fights, victories, and submissions in UFC heavyweight history, does Mir. Aries landing on the apron. Oh no.
And we got a battle going here, back and forth.
Aries looking for a suplex or brainbuster off the apron.
To the outside, that could be devastating, Rich. And now they're battling here like two pirates on a plank. No
looking
way.
for sliced bread. Oh, one more time, and again, Aries a step ahead.
You know, and again, like you were just saying there, Rich, after so many years of fighting against each other, there's very little these two men can't expect from each other. Even a little stutter step right there from Shelley.
Oh!
Gave Aries an opening to nearly decapitate this man.
Neck breaker right on the second rope.
French Revolution style.
Here comes Aries. So drop kick. Into the cover to put him away. 1, 2.
Such a beautiful drop kick there, right on the chin of Shelley, too.
And I like that, French Revolution style.
Well, that's what they did. They had the guillotine then.
Well, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that your head was alive for a couple seconds after it got...
No kidding.
Learned that in high school, like you learned at the wonderful Marian Catholic High School
Oh,
here.
boy.
Big chops coming.
Well, this is usually what happens when all else fails in a match, right?
I think this is what happens when you just decide you want to prove your masculinity against your opponent.
Well, nothing else has worked, right?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, you could say it's work, but nobody really has the advantage.
You're right, though. If these guys know each other's movesets so well and they know they're going to counter each other, why not just stand your ground and say, let's handle this like lumberjacks and get to chopping?
Aries looks a little dazed. And again, looks like Shelley might be going for that Border City stretch, but able to roll through. Aries avoids the submission maneuver.
Just watch his legs just fall out from under him there. That was rough to watch.
Oh! Buster. Russian leg sweep. Oh! Aries swinging elbow into the sternum.
Aries so known for combo movesets like that. And he hits you with one thing, you better be ready because something else is right on the way. And you know what? There's probably something right after that as well.
Aries looking for the brain buster. Shelley able to land on his feet.
Here he goes.
Third time, and again, Aries able to counter, running drop kick.
I'd stop going for it if I'm Shelley here. Find something else to put this man away with.
Aries again for the brain buster, and again Shelley able to dodge the bullet. Super kick. Shelley again. And a third.
That's got to do it.
Somehow Aries able to get back to his feet, and now for a fourth time, number 2.
Get the pin.
Aries able to power out.
Not enough, but this very well could be.
Border City stretch. Shelley with it locked in, and look at him stomping away. And Aries who rolls him over, cover. 2 count.
So tight. Thought he had him.
Guillotine choke.
And this right here, this would be French Revolution style. Let's see if he can put him away.
Aries dropping down the choke almost into a DDT, and that is going to do it. Referee stopped the match. I don't even think Shelley was able to submit.
Frank Mir would be proud.
Shelley's out cold.
And look at that, Frank Mir.
Your winner of the match, Austin Aries. Stop the music. Hold on a second. That's cool. You. Get in the ring. We're not done yet. Actually, no, we're just getting going. Now, no shenanigans. Shake my hand. Alex, 15 years, dude. 15 years ago we met, and we changed the wrestling landscape. Generation Next. And now we're old and shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if we're old and shit. Because you don't still have it. You never lost it. And I speak for everyone here to say I'm goddamn glad you're back in this ring. Do what you do better than almost anybody in the world. Now, if you hadn't noticed, I got a new student. I think the kid's gonna be pretty good. He's got some chops. I'm gonna tell you this, dude. You just took me to my limit. Was this your third match back? Right? After a long hiatus, you took me to my limit. And I want you to know, all the bullshit aside, all the years, you ever need a partner, you ever need someone to have your back, we're here for you. I'm gonna take a knee because my neck really hurts right now. thank you for saying all that, because you didn't have to say any of it. And thank you for each and every one of you. Because 1 year ago, I said, that's it. I said, I'm going to change the course of my life. And I realized that, quite honestly, pro wrestling is the most addictive drug known to man. And at the risk of sounding offensive, all of you, you're the dealers. And before you jump to conclusions, before you take that personally, what I mean is, you supply the high. There is nothing like getting in front of a crowd like this against an opponent like that in wrestling. We've been doing this a long time, and we're definitely older than some of the other guys you may have seen on this card, but quite frankly, that guy said it, we killed it. So I'll make you guys a promise, if you make me one. And that is, I promise to not wrestle anymore when I can't do it to the standards that you put up on that pedestal. In return, all of you have a job, all of you have a 50% of that promise too, and that's to keep supporting the guys like us who can still do it. Yeah, man, because we ain't no honky-tonk man or something, you know. No offense to honky-tonk man. But you also have to support the next generation of wrestlers too, because if they don't have you, if they don't have this experience, if they don't have this opportunity, I don't care how old they are, they don't get better. So this is a symbiotic relationship. You raise the next generation just as much as we do. Thank you. I love you.
Now what a matchup here tonight in Chicago. Alex Shelley and Austin Aries. Aries with the win.
Our next match on the countdown was the main event to Warrior Wrestling 3. Bandido, at that time one of the hottest prospects in all of wrestling, had just come off months earlier main eventing All In. And here he came to challenge for the Warrior Wrestling title just before he signed with Ring of Honor. This is Bandido versus the Machine, Brian Cage.
Tonight he is the Warrior Wrestling Champion, and he is going to be putting that title on the line here against Bandido. Now, I did bring up that Bandido has recently signed with Ring of Honor. I want to make it clear that Warrior Wrestling has been in contact with Ring of Honor officials regarding Bandido's status, and while we cannot disclose what was discussed between ROH and Warrior Wrestling management, we can say that Warrior Wrestling is very happy with how those discussions went, and the plan going forward could be very good if Bandido wins tonight.
So, so the caveat.
Absolutely. If Bandido walks out of here as the Warrior Wrestling Champion, he will be a defending champion, I think is what that means. I don't think this means Bandido will be taking the Warrior Wrestling Championship into free agency.
Nice handshake. Sign of respect. These two have battled once before, I believe. In Australia, actually not too long ago. The end of November, right around Thanksgiving. the World Series Wrestling in Perth, Australia. There's Cage with a big right hand.
And Cage is at a very interesting time in his career right now. Obviously, so popular. Became a household name in Lucha Underground as Cage before making the transition to Impact Wrestling, which is fully rallied behind him. I asked him why he chose Impact Wrestling over all the other contracts I'm sure he's being offered right now, and he said it was just that. Impact is looking to give him a chance, and he needs those chances, and he wants to take advantage of them. And that's what Warrior Wrestling is as well. It's a place for opportunity and chances. He's given that to Bandido here tonight.
2 count only. And Cage.
And really, if you think about it, with Impact Wrestling rally around Brian Cage as they have, if Bandido is not able to win here tonight and take that Warrior Wrestling Championship with him, and he goes to Ring of Honor, we may not see these two interact for years to come. This could be the last time we see Brian Cage and Bandido in a ring together.
That's a good point. Bandido, a big star in Mexico.
Oh, huge star in Mexico.
Wow. That's part of the reason why. Satellite DDT.
Big star on the West Coast as well. Made his name in PWG.
Only gets a 1 count. Brian Cage, when you look at it, he is just thick.
Yeah, I think that's a very safe word to use with Brian Cage.
Like that is, those legs are like big tree trunks. And I mean, it's all, I mean, look at him. It's just all lean muscle. He's chiseled.
Yeah, thick, built like a brick house, however you want to say it. The man is huge. He's a horse. He's like a horse with human features.
Heavy right hands. And the forearm smashes.
And when a guy's that big, even a simple punch, a chop, a forearm, it all feels like a baseball bat.
Uh-oh. Oh! A launching German suplex.
Yeah, it's not just a German suplex. He's got to throw you across the ring a bit.
Bandido out at 2. You see the way Bandido folded up, too, because he landed on the back of his head with his rear end, like, up in the air. So he was almost folded over onto himself.
And, you know, Bandido, a flyer here, so known for his versatility in the air. Brian Cage, also a flyer, a current X Division champion, of course.
But you look at Brian Cage and you say he's a flyer? He's the X Division champion. First of all, when you talk to Cage, he's said in the past that he wanted to change the perception of the X Division and what the X Division is about and what an X Division champion can be. I think he's succeeded.
I think he's succeeded and then some, you know. Oh! Man, oh man! Bandido almost launched out of the ring.
Look at Cage, just down on one knee like,
He's like, should I do it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again, why not?
Do it again. Let's have some fun here. I mean, I've seen Bandido get air, but never quite like that before.
Well, the fans want to see it again.
Let's see if they're going to get it. Or can Bandido reverse? No, he cannot.
That's insane.
Just having fun with him now.
A couple of squats. I'll loosen up.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, is Brian Cage needs to stay focused here.
Hooks the leg. And Bandido's out at 2.
That kind of stuff, that shows overconfidence to me. You know, we brought up Austin Aries earlier. Austin Aries actually is the man who invented Option C, which is what Brian Cage will be using to cash in the X Division Championship for a world title opportunity. And Austin Aries was successful when he invented that, so.
He invented Option C.
Option C, yes, he was the first man to say that he wanted to use the X Division, he wanted to cash it in, he wanted to drop the title in exchange for getting a world title opportunity. That was Austin Aries' idea.
Interesting.
Method to the mayhem with that guy.
I think we said it during his match that even when it seems like it's not calculated, there's always thought that goes behind what Austin Aries does.
And showing a little life here from Bandido.
Yeah, finally. He's found his, second win. I was convinced that Cage was going to catch him.
I mean,
when you come off the ropes in a corkscrew like that.
You just see him in the lights moving around and you get lost in it. It's like a piece of art.
It's like that fly ball up in the lights and he comes down and, Whoa!
Big jump over the top of the outside there. And Bandido, as he is mounting some offense here, you can still see him down trying to get his bearings together. I think he might just be figuring out where he is after those 2 big kicks to the air that he received from Brian Cage earlier.
Pro Wrestling 5-star Dave Gold, Big Wood, Battlefront, all using that Warrior Wrestling 3 hashtag on Twitter tonight. We appreciate you guys watching the show live right here on the High Spots Wrestling Network. Cover! Wow! Hurricane Rana into the cover and then nearly crowned a brand new champion here at Warrior Wrestling.
And Bandido would be a great Warrior Wrestling champion. Brian Cage, of course, it'd be very surprising. This is his first defense of the title, having just won it at the last show in that War of Attrition match that we saw a bit of at intermission.
What an event that was. And Cage, you remember how hot it was here in that building?
Oh, brutal.
At the last event? For Cage to be out there that long and to last out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Flipped him inside out.
Could that do it? Still, the answer's no. I think we were talking about it in that last match. Like, you can see Cage getting a little worn down right here, and he's got the kinesio tape on that right thigh, but you usually don't see Cage wear down very, very quickly. And think about the match and what it took to win that championship. Just how gassed and exhausted he was afterwards. I think he was drinking water during I don't want to say a slow spot in the match, but there was a point when they both kind of took a break, didn't they?
Yes, they had to rehydrate there towards the end of that bout.
Oh, wow! Oh, my God!
I've seen Alabama slams.
And not quite like that.
I've never seen someone the size of Alabama slam somebody, though. That's very different.
By the way, that War of Attrition match, you might have seen part of it during intermission. You can go back and check that out on High Spots. You want to see the entire matchup. It really was something else, and I want to say that night it was probably, I'd estimate 80, 85 degrees in this building, and that match went on for, it took a while.
About an hour there. Of course, it was 8 of the top stars on the planet.
Looking for the discus lariat, but it is Bandido!
How the heck did he do that?
Not enough to capture the title.
How the heck did Bandido have the wherewithal to do that?
It's like what would you call that, a crucifix spike?
I think that's probably an excellent way to call it. Whatever it was a game changer for Bandido.
A lot of times in that crucifix, you see it more of a slide into the cover, not a full-on spike like that. That was
just insane seeing a man of Brian Cage's size being flipped in the air like that by Bandido.
It just shows you, if you can get some momentum going, that's how strong Bandido is, but
just clubbed him, just muscled him out of the ring there.
Yeah, when you're wrestling a guy the size of Cage, no. Oh my God, effortless. Effortless. That's
monstrous.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane, but it is still not enough.
It shouldn't even be fair with Brian Cage.
You look at that and it's hard not to laugh. How? How do you do that?
Not only do you need strength, you need balance. You just need straight up bravery to be able to fall at that height, knowing you're going to injure your opponent, but knowing you're putting your own body at risk as well.
Deadlifting. I've actually seen Cage deadlift people from the floor up and over the ropes into a suplex. Look out here.
That is insanity.
Bandido able to land on his feet, connects with a kick. Cage answers with a super kick. Bandido with a clothesline now. Going back and forth. High knee. Spanish fly.
Out of nowhere.
For the title. Cage gets the right shoulder up.
Brian Cage's birthday is right around the corner. It would be a great birthday present for him to retain. It'll be February 2nd. He's a groundhog. He was born on Groundhog's Day.
Also, want to say what's up to Mel Santos. I don't know if she's watching tonight or not, but of course, Brian and and Melissa, proud parents. I believe they just got married too. I could be wrong on that though.
Yes, and expecting to or have a child now. Yes. And Bandido, very unique approach there for offense.
What is this? Oh my God!
That's
German
innovation.
suplex for the title, and no! I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's art. That is what that is. That is the art of professional wrestling there. I mean, the thing about Bandido, like Flip Gordon, like so many other guys right now that just seem to be able to move like Gumby in freakish ways, they must sit around thinking about all the different ways they might find their opponent in the ring. Are they going to be leaning this way? Oh, they're going to be followed over that way. How do I get him if he does that? For Bandido to see an opponent in that position and know exactly how to move, exactly how to react, to deliver that unique German suplex, just mind-blowing. What a fantastic athlete. What a fantastic performer. You gotta be kidding me.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Wow.
Power slam by Bandido, but he's not done. He's got the Warrior Wrestling Championship in his sights. To the top rope. Here comes Bandido, but my God! Cage gets the legs up. Power bomb. Buckle bomb.
Very dangerous.
Uh-oh. Drill claw. The effing machine successful in his first Warrior Wrestling Championship title defense.
Hey you! Are you a professional wrestling fan? Check out the High Spots Wrestling Network. Hours and hours of the best pro wrestling on the planet. Streaming on your phone, tablet, PC, and available on Roku. Thousands of videos, all the top indie promotions. So what are you waiting for, champ? Head over to www.highspotswrestlingnetwork.com and check it out today. Hashtag HSWN. It's the best $9.99 in the biz.
Our final match on today's countdown comes to us from Warrior Wrestling 6, and it is the first intergender wrestling match in Warrior history. The Lucha brothers, who had just come off an incredible ladder match with the Young Bucks at All Out, took on Daga and Tessa Blanchard. It was hard-hitting and action-packed.
It's not a rumor. She is right here, right now, inside of a Warrior Wrestling ring, taking on the Lucha brothers here. And let's call out the elephant room in here right now, Rich. Her and Daga, they're an item. This is a couple here right now.
Yeah, that's not a secret.
No, it's not a secret at all. Tessa Blanchard, Daga, they're in a relationship here right now. I mean, they're going to obviously have great chemistry.
How nice, they wore matching gear.
Of course, they're going to have great chemistry here, but at the same time, having your loved one in a match with you, especially in a high-profile situation like this, it can affect you, right? How is Daga going to feel when he sees Tessa Blanchard put into a compromising position?
Of course.
Will her emotions run wild here if she sees Daga put in a situation the same way?
Of course, as you know, women's wrestling and intergender wrestling has... Oh, let's listen here for a minute.
Literally feel the building shaking underneath my feet right now, Rich.
That is Daga to the right, in the red and the black, and Pentagon Jr. in the blue.
Both men giving a little shimmy here to get it going as they look each other over.
Oh boy. Now again, this is a family-friendly show. I don't know if it counts if you say something improper in a different language.
Well, look at Daga. He just sat there and let him do it.
What do you mean he let him do it?
Yeah, Pentagon just walked right up to Tessa's face and insulted her like that.
Well, no, you know why? You know why he didn't do anything? Because she's going to take care of it herself.
All right, fine, fair, yeah, okay. Let her handle it herself. I'm just saying, he didn't show much fire there.
What do you say about fire?
And look at the anger in her eyes. Pentagon playing games right now.
This is how he loves to start off matches. All this, right? Here comes the glove, right?
Listen, pinche Tessa!
The glove in the face, and you know what comes next, right? Oh! Tessa's picked up some Espanol.
And she is holding her ground here right now.
Yeah, she is. That look on her face is fantastic.
You know, Tessa is not a stranger.
All right, here we go. Let's just wait for it. Having a little trouble there. She is not amused.
Oh my God! That was uncalled for! Ray Phoenix with a stiff super kick right to the side of Tessa Blanchard's head, and we are off to the races here.
Phoenix answers.
The dancing and the strutting has come to an end.
Tessa answers now. Oh my God, runs right into another super kick. This time from Penta Jr.
And the building is electric. It's on fire right now, Rich.
Nick, you had brought up earlier on if you're Daga and you see Tessa in a compromising position, how much will that affect you? As I was starting to say, with the rise of intergender wrestling over the past couple of years, I know, you know, maybe if you're my age or from a different generation, you think, a guy can't, oh my God, there you go. A guy can't fight a woman, right?
It's full on here right now. And Daga taking it again, really just getting battered here.
Well, you asked the question. Tessa kicks out, and it almost cost him right there. Tessa was in to protect Daga.
You're right, you know, running to protect him, but you know, Tessa Blanchard, we talk about intergender wrestling, she's really proven herself as of late. Going the distance here with Sami Callihan not too long ago in Impact Wrestling.
Had a big match a couple of years ago against Dave Christ.
Yeah,
at Wrestle Circus, an incredible match.
She is not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Again, it's just a worry, is love.
You know, I could see maybe in the old days when, I say the old days, 10, 15 years ago, when professional wrestlers, when female professional wrestlers were, let's be honest, bikini models,
Sure.
Maybe you could argue and say, you know what, a guy like Phoenix shouldn't be super kicking that competitor. No. Tessa Blanchard can compete with, I don't care who it is, if it's Penta, if it's Phoenix, she's wrestled Brian Cage and took him to the limit.
You know, and that is the thing. Tessa Blanchard really the epitome of the women's revolution right now, and you can see her and Daga starting to find some momentum here.
Double knee face breaker, and now Daga from behind.
Caught him high there. Really put some pressure on his back.
Phoenix ready to a super kick.
And I think the Lucha brothers here, they may be getting ahead of themselves.
Nice reversal on the Irish whip by Phoenix.
And there we go. Phoenix now on the top rope.
Uh-oh. Oh!
And how much saliva does Phoenix have in his mouth?
2 count only, and wow, Penta drilled Tessa with a kick to the back of the head. She just crumbled right over.
And now we see Daga here going after Pentagon, piece by piece, breaking him apart.
Kicks, double stomps.
And this thing has been high speed since the moment that super kick caught Tessa Blanchard off guard.
She's in trouble right now, though. And caught her right in the back of the skull. Here comes Daga, over the top.
And catching those moments there, Pentagon just got to his feet, taken back out, and now Tessa here, she's got to try to get something going. with Ray Phoenix.
And you may ask, how can a woman step in the ring against a man? Fight one-on-one. Tessa Blanchard, she is a willing competitor, a willing participant, and that's the difference. There's a fine line, I think you can agree, right?
Yeah, I think you can agree with that, but you think about, the pedigree here of a Tessa Blanchard, She's capable of taking punishment like that from a guy like Phoenix. She's hung out, not just hung out, she grew up around some bad men. And Tessa Blanchard with a satellite DDT cover! Very nearly had it there.
I think Daga just got tossed into the guardrail.
Her father, Tully Blanchard.
Hang on, hold on, wait a minute. Tessa's going to the top. She may be looking for the Magnum right now. Off the top! Got by Phoenix. Oh, and another kick right to the back of the skull.
And she doesn't know where she's at right now.
Pentagon Jr. climbing back up on the ring apron.
And what Pentagon got in mind here. Hopefully something here to follow up. His brother's down.
Oh my God! Sit-out powerbomb, and now from the top rope.
Are we gonna see shades of the Dudley Boys?
Oh my God! Oh! 1, 2. Not enough. Here comes Daga, ready to do a double super kick.
And the Lucha brothers have just been moving like a pack of hyenas here in total unison. And Phoenix here got himself in a dangerous position.
Well, he slipped off the rope. Phoenix slipped a little bit. Oh my God.
That should be all she wrote.
That's gonna be it. Pentagon driver, the Lanza off the top by Phoenix, and the Lucha brothers get the win tonight. Daga checking on Tessa.
I think he's saying he's sorry. Sorry he wasn't there for her.
I don't know.
This is a Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion. She's down right now. She's not moving, Rich.
That's it for today's episode of Warrior Wrestling Greatest Matches. We'll see you on the next show.